Caligula, the third emperor of Rome, initially brought hope and optimism to the empire with his rise to power. Still, his reign soon became infamous for its descent into madness, characterized by extravagant spending, bizarre behavior, and acts of extreme cruelty that shocked many. Ascending to power in AD 37, the Roman populace initially greeted Caligula with enthusiasm. Still, his subsequent rule rapidly unraveled into a period marked
Basic story of life, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
by financial extravagance, unpredictable decisions, and terrifying cruelty, which alienated both the Senate and the public. One of Caligula's most notorious acts was his claim to divinity, demanding that he be worshipped as a living god and ordering statues of himself to be placed in.
He let it get to his head. It would. Most people would let it get to their head, but he took it even a step further than that.
Temples across the empire. This demand for divine honors enraged the Senate and disrupted traditional Roman religious practices. Caligula's extravagant spending included constructing a colossal floating palace and hosting lavish games that drained the Roman treasury, placing a severe financial strain on the empire and contributing to widespread economic instability and public discontent during his reign. The Roman Senate and aristocracy faced severe humiliation under Caligula's rule. He often forced senators to run alongside his chariot and made his horse, Insidious, a priest and consul, as part of his mockery of the political elite and the traditional Roman.
Pretty sure he also elected his horse to be in the Senate.
Political system. Caligula's reign was marked by extreme cruelty and sadistic behavior, such as his enjoyment of public executions and forcing families to watch their loved ones die. This brutality, combined with his erratic decision-making, contributed to his growing unpopularity and unrest. His military campaigns were equally bizarre, including a famous episode where he allegedly ordered his troops to collect seashells as spoils of war during a supposed invasion of Britain. This strange decision exemplified his erratic leadership and led to widespread confusion among his legions.
Yeah, because they probably were like, there's a freaking lunatic ruling the country.
Caligula's plan to move the Roman capital to Alexandria.
Apparently they used to make fun of him too, because his growth or something was like that was stunted, so they called him Little Boots.
Egypt, where he envisioned himself as a divine ruler, alarmed the Senate and created a climate of fear and unrest. This controversial idea was one of many actions that fueled growing opposition against his increasingly erratic rule. The assassination of Caligula was the result of a conspiracy involving members of the Praetorian Guard, senators, and his bodyguards. Fearing that his erratic and cruel behavior would lead to the empire's downfall,
I feel like Roman emperors being murdered is probably pretty common, but maybe I'm wrong.
they ended his reign in a dramatic and violent coup. Following Caligula's assassination, Rome experienced a brief period of instability and chaos until his uncle Claudius was declared emperor. Claudius's ascension marked the end of a tumultuous era, and his reign sought to restore order and stability to the fractured empire. Historians continue to debate whether Caligula's actions were the result of genuine insanity or a strategic attempt to challenge and disrupt the power structures of Rome. His legacy remains controversial, with his rule serving as a complex case study of absolute power gone awry.
I don't think he was trying to usurp the power structure. He was already at the top. I think he just probably went insane with the power.
Caligula's reign serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of absolute power and how unchecked authority can lead to corruption, excess, and tyranny. His story underscores the importance of maintaining a system of checks and balances to prevent the rise of despotic rulers. The accounts of Caligula's madness, while often exaggerated in literature and popular culture, reflect a broader truth about the perils of absolute power. His reign remains a powerful symbol of the extreme consequences that can arise.
And he wasn't the only very cruel Roman emperor. There's also Nero, which basically just burnt down Rome just to watch it from the view of his palace, something like that. So it's not. I guess Caligula was particularly insane.
Rise when leaders become disconnected from their subjects. Despite his brief 4-year reign, Caligula's impact on the Roman Empire was profound, contributing to the erosion of republican values and setting a dangerous precedent for future emperors who would increasingly wield power in autocratic ways. The life and reign of Caligula highlight the complexities and potential dangers of leadership when power is concentrated in the hands of a single individual. His story continues.
Probably his history served as a good thing of what not to do for other Roman emperors that came after him. Because there's pretty clear guidelines on what to do that would benefit you and the people around you as an emperor, because the royal upbringing you would have would, they would prepare you for that, but no one really prepares you for what not to do. And plus, no one could challenge you anyway unless they conspire to assassinate you. So
used to serve as a historical lesson on the importance of accountable and restrained governance in preventing tyranny. Caligula's reign is a stark reminder of how absolute power can corrupt even those who begin their rule with promising intentions. His story remains a cautionary example of the extremes of tyranny and the need for systems that ensure leaders remain accountable and responsive to their people.